In Louisiana's bayou country, a giant sinkhole is getting so big and so dangerous, 150 houses had to be evacuated. Let's take a look at this thing now. While you look, consider this. Those trees that you see right there, those trees that surround the hole, those are 100-foot cypress trees, giant trees. Here's some of the numbers for you. The hole is 324 feet across, 50 feet deep. But in one corner, it goes down more than 400 feet. This is not something you want sneaking up on your backyard. I want to bring in now retired Army Lieutenant General Russell Honore. He helps us understand these potential disasters. He's in Baton Rouge now. Okay, General, any idea what is causing this thing to suddenly start growing?
Well, Don, that is the big question. And this is turned out from curiosity and concern by the people in the community near EVACUATIONS to seeing bubbles and having tremors going back 2 to 3 months ago to now what you see is a sinkhole. And from a point of curiosity, this thing is now turned into a major science problem to figure out using good science what's causing this sinkhole to occur.
Okay. You know, it's easy for, as you said, the looky-loos and people going out to check it out, and it's easy maybe at some people are joking about it. But there's serious concern here. I want you to hear from a couple of the evacuees.
So the deputy wasn't come and knock at your house and force you to leave. It was a little bit alarming, a little bit upsetting.
They worried about their belongings, their houses, and I mean, nobody really knows what's happening, and I mean, it stays on your mind. You don't rest. Absolutely,
General. So they still don't know. What do you tell? What's causing this? What do you tell these people?
Hey, Don, that's a lack of confidence right now that the local people are having with the information they have not received from Texas Brine, the company that's responsible for the nearest salt dome to this incident. The other piece they don't know is there are about 12 wells, some of them active, some of them inactive, within the vicinity of this sinkhole. So they're having to use science with support of USGS to try and figure out, is it the Texas Brine salt dome has been violated, has lost its integrity, and it's causing the problem, or is it an old well? Now, the problem we have in Louisiana, we've got about 13,000 these abandoned wells throughout the states that still need to be mitigated because they are polluting parts of the state of Louisiana, and that is between Big Oil, our biggest employer here in Louisiana, and the government of Louisiana, working through the legislature and working through legal channels. That is a bigger issue, but this is indicative of what the problem really is in South Louisiana now, is for DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality, and the DNR, the Director of Natural Resources, to figure out what's going on. Strangely enough, our Director of Natural Resources resigned yesterday.
Oh, my goodness. So the official who's calling this a potential catastrophe, not exaggerating, General?
Not exaggerating, and the statement from the DNR office is that his resignation is not related to the incident. This is causing confidence in the people, and these are good people. They're survivors of Katrina, Rita, as well as the BP oil spill affected their area. They are well trained in that parish. They have a strong leadership in the parish. And I can tell you at the state level, they know the routine and how to deal with disasters, to include the river flooding last year. But the people there have lack of confidence now in that company, as well as the DNR office, which is a state agency that covers policy. And right now, the DEQ, the Director of Environmental Quality, has put out sensors and has established a red zone around this sinkhole because they're concerned about the quality of air that's coming out of that sinkhole.
All right, General, thank you very much. 320 feet across, 50 feet deep, and 400 feet down from one corner. Amazing. All right, General, thanks again.